fam, the Fairly Odd Parents. And you're probably thinking I'm gonna say Timmy's mom or Trixie or even Vicky. Nah, bro.
Timmy's mom was fire. Timmy's mom was fire. And Vicky used to make me like Mean Girls, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, Vicky would be like, oh, you can do that to me, Vicky.
Oh, listen to me.
You can, yeah, Icky, Vicky, and Nasty Nate together forever.
Make something sneaky.
Today we're watching My Childhood Crushes. I don't know how our generation even became gay. Like, what are you talking about today? There's too many bad
like,
too many
bad titties.
Like,
he said they shake me into the man I am today.
Hello, baby.
but look at that! Look at that premium milk! I'm taking that.
I said milk.
Dressing up. You don't mind, do you?
Give it to me! Give it to me! Give it to me!
Oh,
Give it to me! Just give it! Damn!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most important video you will ever see in your life, bro. Trust me. When we think about how entertaining and cool some of our childhood cartoons or TV shows are, it's not just because of the story or the crazy powers or even the crazy moments in the shows. It was low-key because there was some fine shit in the shows, you feel me? Childhood crushes was something we all had
she
once
was
in our
bad.
life.
Hey,
She was
fuck,
even
bro.
though she was just a cat, bro, baddie.
Yo,
Had a girl,
bro, she was a person in that show. What?
She was a witch.
Yeah, no, I thought she was a cat witch thing.
Yeah, like a cat witch, yeah.
class you were head over heels for to finding some cartoon characters attractive, or even thinking number 5 and
I mean, you still breaking it, you still busting it down though if she could transform into the bad bitch. She was like, I mean, she's technically a witch, right? It's like
I mean, my boy's soul was already in there, so I don't know. Like, at this point, if I...
face deep with some titties.
Yeah, face deep. Nigga, what the fuck is he talking about? What is this,
Are
though?
you getting flame princess though?
So my dick can burn off? No.
No, I mean, if you had the chance to.
you had a girl in your class you were head
You
over
think
heels
Flame
for to
Princess-
finding some cartoon
I mean, Princess Bubblegum, yeah, for sure.
Princess Bubblegum for sure. I was thinking I'll get sticky icky on. Yeah.
Oh shit.
but Flame Princess, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hurt.
Watch now, I'm cracking a vampire bitch.
Oh, Marceline!
Yeah, Marceline, yeah.
When Finn saw her coochie, he got scared though. Probably a row of teeth in that
Rotten and
bitch.
shit.
Oh, yeah, she's
Trying
not-
to hit her.
yeah, you're gonna burn trying to hit her. What are you talking about?
He tried to touch y'all and got 3rd degree. Like,
Stop right up with a 10-foot condom, cuz.
or even thinking number 5 and Numberjacks was paying. We don't judge it, man. We don't judge it. Childhood crushes is a very popular subject amongst all the people there. I mean, back in secondary school, me and my friends would
Yeah,
always break into
Starfire,
talking
man.
about some of the
Ooh,
finest
Raven.
women we've ever seen in our lives, like Megan Fox from Transformers, Jessica Alba from the Fantastic Four
Hell
movies, to even
Fine shit!
some of the top tiers no one mentions enough, like Claire from My Wife and Kids. And I'm talking about the second one, bro. I'm not crazy. I'm not talking about the first one. Are you mad? But anyways, I thought I would share some of the baddest childhood crushes I had growing up, because I need to spread awareness about these men, because I'm telling you, I haven't seen no one talk about them. It's crazy. Like, you always hear everybody say Raven and Blackfire, or Kim Possible and She-Go, or Lola Bunny and Mrs. Incredible. And don't get it
The Lola Bunny
Harley
one?
Quinn for sure.
Harley Quinn for surely.
twisted. I agree with all of these. They my starting lineup for real. But the ones I'm gonna mention in this video are gonna be some of the
Poison
greatest
Ivy.
nostalgia pieces you remember.
We really just start naming niggas off? Like, what are we doing at this point? Well, we can just start naming these hoes off. Like, what's up? Like, at this point, we can make a list. We can make a whole different video off this shit. Like,
In your entire life, man. But without further explanation, let's jump right into it. Starting with one of the most beautiful ladies to grace the TV screen, Sarah from My Babysitter's a Vampire, fam. I remember when I was a kid, I used to speed run home after school to catch this show. And as much as it was for the cold story and characters, it was mostly because I had to catch Sarah on TV. She was too peng, fam. Sarah was such a different breed of woman I used to be seeing on the screen when I was a kid. I mean, when I tell you, I was low-key getting stars in my eyes when I was seeing her. That's how crazy it was, man. Not to mention, Sarah wasn't just a regular girl. She was a vampire. And I can't be the only one that had a thing for these vampire girls. They were sick, fam. Marceline, Mavis, and even Sarah. This shit got me feeling wheezy, fam. Sarah is definitely one of the most underrated childhood crushes people don't be mentioning. I remember that one episode in the series that she gets possessed and pulls up in this next different outfit with the curls popping, and this shit had me mesmerized, bro. And y'all remember the episode where she had an evil version of herself with the purple highlights? This had me moving different, fam. I'm telling you. And my boy Ethan was pushing some sick game on Sarah. Reminded me of Jordan in Game 6 with the way he was pressing onto her, and he eventually took her out on a date on the last episode, fam. That's my boy Ethan. I was cheering for this shit, no joke. But Vanessa Morgan Morgan was a different level of fine, and My Babysitter's a Vampire was such a sick show. I'm talking about if you didn't watch this, you were missing out for real. The theme song was fire, the characters were fire, the ladies were pretty as hell, and the story was fire. But there was one problem with the show. One problem that pissed me off so bad. That shit literally stayed with me for the rest of my life, fam. The show ended on a cliffhanger, fam. Why? The ending didn't even make no sense. What he did was take down their new school principal who was evil, an explosion happened, and then they just bumped to credits. Why? Why couldn't you give us some closure? That ending was trash, man. That shit pissed me off. But we getting off track here. Vanessa Morgan is one of the most baddest
You're the British fan.
women I used to see on TV. I was glazing her before I even heard of Jessica Alba, fam. And My Babysitter's a Vampire was such a peak show. And if you haven't watched it yet, you need to pick it up, because I'm telling you, that shit is too cool to be missing out on for real. Going on to my next childhood crush, we have Kida from Atlantis, the Lost Empire.
Boy, how do I love this movie? What? First off, this movie's top fucking tier. If neither one of you have watched it,
Man, let's bring it back. All these memories, yo. I remember this shit too. I remember this.
yeah, this movie was fire, bro.
Talking about Kida more, this has to be the most, and I mean the most underappreciated ever mentioned Disney animated film of all time. This movie is class. We have Michael J. Fox, Mr. Marty McFly himself, voicing the main character of the movie. The whole story was cool as hell about finding the lost city of Atlantis so they can find the heart to it. Then Milo gets snaked and betrayed by the Mandem, and then the Mandem circling back in 5 seconds, even though they also betrayed Milo. And then Finesse Commander Rourke and save Atlantis. And you know what? As great as the movie was, Kida made this experience 110% more enjoyable, fam. Kida was outrageously pretty. It actually needs to be talked about, bro. This tribal look they gave some women back in the animated movie was something that when I was younger, I was pretty it
I ain't gonna lie, she was bad shit too.
differently, fam. Kida is such an underrated Disney princess. When people talk about the princesses, they always be mentioning the mainstream ones like Belle, Jasmine, Tiana, Rapunzel, Elsa, and the list goes on. But you see Kida might have to be up there. I'm talking about top 5, fam. She was cool in the movie as well.
Kida, if she was in more shit or whoever, I don't give a fuck. Like, this build, bro, top 2. What are you talking about?
She was vibing with my boy Milo, just talking amongst each other and how different the two was they come from her. Like, she wasn't just a pretty face. She was low-key smart. I was working some of the thieves in the movie as well. And I know you don't know about the swimming scene, bro. That shit was crazy, but I ain't gonna go too tough into that. Kida was a next level childhood crush in my bag, fam. And Kida wasn't the only one in the movie as well. Audrey and Helga were bad too, fam. They were different, but they were snakes, so I don't really rate them as much. But this movie is really a golden egg. No one, and I mean no one, talks about it enough. And you know what? In some cases, it could probably be considered a top 10 Disney animated movie of all time, fam. And if we rate Disney princesses, I'm putting Kida in the top 7, bro, for real. She was peng, fam. But you see the sequel to this movie. This was so trash, bro. It was low-key a disgrace, fam. The animation quality dropped so heavy, you think your eyes were bugging when you watched it, fam. Disney, with their rich asses, decided to cheap out so heavy on this movie and just made it have some TV show quality. This shit was so ass, bro. It pissed me off. I didn't even finish the movie. That's how much I hated it. This shit was trash, man. But guess what? It don't matter, because although the animation quality was shit, Kida was still fine, fam. Another childhood crush I used to have that had me moving different back in the day were all the girls from Ben 10, fam. I'm talking about Gwen, Charmcaster, Julie, Eunice, Kai Green, Atea, the Cat Girl, Esther.
The Taya, I don't know about that Green bitch. That was
Gwen was like
She was shit.
Gwen in this show was hit. Actually, let me not even say that. Her space form, fire.
The sludge puppy girl, Rook's girlfriend, the flipping female forearms, all of them, fam, they were all buff, man. But personally, my favorite out of all of them was Charmcaster, because the level of connection I had to her was low-key spiritual, fam. I used to be fiending for Charmcaster back in the day, especially the Alien Force design version. There was something about her, bro, low-key. I remember the first episode she pulled up, and when I saw her design, I was going feral, bro. It was a mad thing. Goth girls back in the day had a hold on everyone. We all know the greats like Blackfire, Raven, She-Go, Mavis, Stocking, Luna, Gwen, Jinx, Claire, and I can keep going because they were all fine, fam. And if you didn't like any goth girls,
where my goth love came from, bro, I'm telling you. Yo, he just came over, like, he went over, like, a good chunk of my list, bro. Oh, my God.
I need all the golf girls to slide up right now.
Right now.
I question you in general. You were probably a weirdo. But this version of Charmcaster made me feel a whole different type of way, bro. In that one episode where she tricked Kevin to get control of him and kissed him in the process of doing that, I was saying to myself, why couldn't that be me, bro? You kissed this ugly-ass guy who's half crystal and shit. Why couldn't it be me, fam? I was low-key crying at this shit. But I was going crazy over Charmcaster when I was younger. She had my heart, man, for real. But one thing that didn't make sense to me in the show was how Ben ended up with Kai, fam. That shit wasn't adding up. Kai low-key didn't even like this man at all and only messed with him when he was in the alien form or if he was doing stuff for her. He had more of a brother-sister type of relationship instead of actually being married in the future. That shit was so forced by the writers, fam. She came out of nowhere, but we had fine shit like Esther out here, fam. Esther was adorable and had good chemistry with Ben, with liking the same shit as him, to always being affectionate around him. But this guy
both have
had
hoes?
good chemistry with Ben, with liking this.
Alright, damn. I want to see what episode this was. They both got hoes. What the fuck? Like,
when you guys get the chance, hit the subscribe button. Now back to the video.
Shit as him, to always being affectionate around him. But this guy Ben was fumbling, fam. This guy was too blind to see that shit, man. But Esther was too buff. Charmcaster was too buff. All the Ben 10 girls were too tough. I'll be real, fam. They were sick, fam. Now going on to my next childhood crush, we go into one of the best Nickelodeon shows of all time, The Fairly Odd Parents. And you're probably thinking I'm gonna say Timmy's mom or Trixie or even Vicky. Nah, bro.
Timmy's mom was fire. Timmy's mom was fire. And Vicky used to make me like Mean Girls, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, Vicky would be like, oh, you can do that to me, Vicky.
Oh, listen to me.
Yeah, Icky, Vicky, and Nasty Nate together forever.
Make something sticky.
Because the one time I'm about to mention to you is gonna open a door in your mind, fam. You might remember Brittany from Fairly Odd Parents. Now, she barely appeared in the show. I think it was only a couple of episodes, so you're probably thinking, what the hell is this guy talking about? But my brothers in arms, listen to me. Brittany's build was actually diabolical. I mean, the curves drawn in shows like Fairly Odd Parents and Total Drama Island was so sharp. They look
That motherfucker have a tattoo on his chest.
like they can cut you, fam. But Brittany was different. She had her hips moving in that episode one time, and that shit had me in a trance, bro. She was too buff, fam. But to be honest, there's not a lot to say about Brittany. She barely appeared in the show. But for a small appearance in the show, she's probably my favorite in Fairly Odd Parents. I'm gonna be so honest, bro. She was bad, fam. Another crush I had in Fairly Odd Parents was Princess Mandy. And listen,
Fire.
I'm just gonna
Good
keep
pick.
it 100
Good
with you, look. I was
fucking
into a
pick.
lot of psycho women when I was a kid, fam. Like the episode where Trixie was going crazy because Timmy was the only person left on Earth. I like that. The crazy moments Azula would have an avatar. I like
Azula was fire, bro. Azula was fucking fire. Azula, Katara, Toph when she was older. I had to remember. And I was like, wait, how the fuck old was Toph before I say this shit?
I mean, Cora wasn't bad too.
Corey was fire. Corey was heat. We're not okay here. No one is arguing if Cora was a bad bitch. We're arguing if that bitch had any sense.
like that. See, the majority of times to me when I was younger, it was the crazier the better, fam. And Mandy was top tier in this department, fam. She was a crazy buff alien girl, and every time I saw her on screen, I was gassing over her every time. She was fine as hell, fam. But again, she wasn't consistently in the show, but she was a crush for real. So was the Tooth Fairy, cause she was buff, fam. She was bang. Another childhood crush I had, which is a mad underrated one, was Sergeant Calhoun from Wreck-It Ralph, fam. Now I'm gonna keep 100 with you. When I was younger, I didn't really mess with her like that. I didn't really think much of it, and at the time, I thought she sounded like an old lady, fam. I had no attraction to her whatsoever. But as I developed as a human being and rewatched Wreck-It Ralph a couple years back, I can see that she was bad, fam. I was thinking that she was mad cool and I was messing with her completely. I would definitely become one of her soldiers. I'm not gonna lie. She was the baddie in Wreck-It Ralph. And my guy Fix It Felix is punching. I was gassing for their relationship throughout the movie, low-key. They were mad cool. Sergeant Calhoun was stealing my attention. Every time she was on screen, I was activating my Sharingan and focusing up, fam. The whole time they were in the game, I was low-key forgetting that the whole point of Ralph being there was to try and steal the medal. I was too focused on Calhoun leading the player, bro. And why wouldn't I be? She was fine as hell. She's really up there with the likes of Mrs. Incredible and Aunt Cass for real. Like, I used to think she kind of had an old lady voice, but I don't care, because you know I like them raspy ass dry
Oh yeah. Yeah.
voices, bro. It makes me move crazy. And she has me moving some different type of way for real. I remember in secondary, every time we would have the conversation of Disney crushes, I would straight up bring her up like she was my trump card, fam. Won every debate possible. But Calhoun was seriously underrated and was a fine specimen to be gazing on. She would have me moving weak in the knees sometimes, because I'm telling you lot right now, she was fine as hell, fam. Now, before we get into the next one, hopefully some of you man here are some anime watchers. And you know the usual type of anime girls that man be talking about, like Hinata, Nami, Toka, Android 18, Tsunade, and many more. But we go talk about my girl Mei Hatsume from My Hero, man. Mei Hatsume was just one of the coldest characters in the show, and her personality was what I was chilling with for real. And when I first gazed upon her for the first time, seeing her on screen in the sports festival arc, I was low-key getting gassed at seeing her, fam. I mean, most of the girls in My Hero were just hella attractive, to be honest, so you could really just say any of them. But my top three were Mei Hatsume, Kami, and Yaoyorozu. I'm not gonna lie, because they were baddies out here.
I'm not gonna lie, I was fucking with the bitch that drank blood. But the part of the villain league, yeah, she was cool. She was fire.
Especially Kami as well. They knew what they were doing when they were drawing her with full lips, making her look like she was doing the Kylie Jenner challenge back in the day. But she was out here getting my full undivided attention when she was on screen. No joke, fam. Now this brings me to the final crush of this video. And this person has a huge impact in this whole topic. I know that I said I would only bring up underrated ones, but I have to talk about it in this video, fam. Because if I don't, this is not a childhood crush video. She is a pioneer to this shit. I'm talking about every time somebody talks about their number one, she's normally at the one, bro. Yes, my people. I'm talking about Chell from El Dorado, fam. When I first saw Chell in a movie, it was like being in Max's dream in the Goofy movie, fam. Chell was a...
I ain't gonna lie, I was fucking with Maxine in the Goofy movie too. But damn, bro.
Yeah, no, I had a crush on her.
Bro, shout out, bro. I was in
love
love,
Just
bro.
for her.
Oh my god, like it was just her. It was only her,
Like I said, it was only her.
bro. And this is the reason this is the reason why I never used to touch milk. She was the reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
different type of crush I had growing up. The Road to El Dorado is one of the greatest underrated films to come from DreamWorks, man. And Chell was the cherry on top to this movie. In that one scene when she was walking back, oh my days, this shit had me locked in, bro. I had to zoom in and focus up, fam. Big man thing. Chell is a final boss level baddie, fam. She had me in a different type of chokehold. Pause. I mean, when I first saw the movie and got to that scene where she's doing the freaky with Tulio, at the time, obviously, I didn't get the scene because I was a kid, but I'm at grown ass age now. I'm mad jealous of Tulio, fam. I wish it was me, fam. It should have been me. Everything Chell was doing in the movie was just showing how top tier she was. Like when they were playing football and she was hitting the armadillo on her hip. I wish I was the armadillo, fam. But she's a different level of fine. I mean, Chell gotta be everybody's number one, fam. And I genuinely loved her in the movie. She was pretty as hell, smart, and did I mention pretty as hell? This guy Tulio is punching heavy, fam. All I can give this man Tulio is a standing ovation, 10 out of 10. Pulling Chell, W mans, bro, W mans. And this movie is a go-to watch if you haven't seen it already. If you like Emperor's New Groove and Atlantis The Lost Empire, go watch El Dorado. It's a slept-on movie. This shit is fire. Everybody needs to see this, bro. Trust me. But my friends, now we're at the end of the flick. These are some of the childhood crushes I had.
Oh, top motherfucking tier. How do I tell you? This was also a pretty good fucking video. Sarah from The Babysitter Vampire is mad underrated. Finally, a video that mentions. I'm looking for. I know we're missing one. Someone brought up a babysitter as a vampire. Damn, all you motherfuckers are about the babysitter was a vampire. Boy, Kevin, Marvin has a good point. Dororo? Wait. Oh, okay, Road. Yeah. Mirage still instead of Elastigirl. As a kid, I had a crush on Mirage. Elastigirl's from the Invincible movie, right? Hmm? Incredibles.
Yeah, I mean, she was pretty bad, too.
It was bad as shit. What do you mean, bro? Man, Mr. Incredible got to hug her? That should have been me. Like, what? Bro, no. Top tier. I knew we were missing one. But, nah. That was a pretty good video. And I appreciate, you guys watching the video.
Widowmaker. Widowmaker's fine and shit, like.
Widowmaker?
Oh, yeah.
From Overwatch?
Oh, no. What's it? Black Widow.
Black Widow?
I mean, Widowmaker, yeah, she got a fat ass.
Hell yeah. Tracer, all them niggas. All of them. You want to hit Tracer?
I would.
Exactly. I'm hitting everyone. All of them. Every last one of them.
All the characters.
All of them.
They can all get it. He said, roll hog everybody.
But I appreciate you guys watching the video. Like, sub up, binge the rest of the videos on the channel. I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one.